What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back in here on Places and Swords. This is, of course, Road to Rift Apart, Episode 3, the weekly podcast dedicated to any and all things Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, from news, lore, reactions, and upon release, a review along with the spoiler cast. With me, of course, the homie, Tajay. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Very well.
Hey, we're recording on, of course, a national holiday. Honestly, a world holiday, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
The old, the old 420. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got some plans later. You know what I'm saying? I thought about coming to this podcast recording a little bit, up in the clouds, if you will.
Yes.
But I was like, you know what? I was like, let me not. You know what I'm saying? But I almost did.
You should.
I almost did. I almost asked you too. I'm like, hey, bro, like, should we both? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
bro, we could have.
Do a little something. You know what I'm saying? Not too much though. I don't want to be up in the stratosphere, but just maybe I'm hovering in the clouds. But of course, some housekeeping.
Bro, you do too much, bro. I wouldn't even be able to really talk, like, actually think.
Man, I think I could do it. I think I could do it.
I don't know if I could.
I think I've done it so many times sober, right? I've done so many podcast episodes sober that I think I could probably manage. As long as I'm not like crazy up in the stratosphere.
I wouldn't be able to. I already know myself.
Maybe. You know what? Now I think about it, I don't know, man. Someday, I'll try it. Someday, but that day is not today, of course. In housekeeping, you can catch the show here on youtube.com/Places and Swords, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via our anchor link in the description. Like the video and or rate the podcast if you enjoyed it, to help us get seen by more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. Down below, of course, let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in that description. If you're feeling generous, of course, feel free to hit that join button to become a member of the channel with the $1 Prince tier like Tapiwa Musa and Arachnite, and our $5 King tier just like Caleb Kaiser, SideQuest Sean, Stadia Vet Gaming, and Owen R as well. Shout out to all the boys over there, much appreciative. And of course, you can check out the stream series throughout the week if you missed them on the playlist section on YouTube. Honestly, yes, I still have not started Resistance 2. It's been a busy week. I had car troubles, this, that, and the third, the whole thing. But there is Metal Gear Solid 4 though, and Metal Gear Solid 4 is fire.
It's fire, right?
Fire.
Best one.
Oh my god.
So far, right?
Oh my god.
It's lit.
I forgot to put that in what
and
we've
so
been playing. I'm gonna add that.
Like, it's like,
dude,
it's very action packed.
You know what? Let's jump to that. I'll say one more thing. Podcast reviews, rate us on podcast services, Apple Podcast, Spotify. But let's go into Metal Gear Solid 4. Tajay, I am so relieved at like where we're at in MGS4. Okay, because MGS3, it's about how Naked Snake becomes Big Boss. That's cool and all, that's great. I'm sure it's going to be very important to the overall lore and story of the entire Metal Gear Solid story. But to take it back to the core characters of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, like, it's what I wanted after MGS2 that we're getting in MGS4. And I'm fucking loving it, bro. I have only played Act 1, playing the other acts, in the coming weeks. But I love it, bro. I love it, bro. It's very, very cool. It very much feels like PS3 era though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it 100% feels, looks, plays like a PS3 game. But so was this isn't your only Metal Gear Solid? You've played 2 and 4. Yeah, 2 and 4. And you like this one more than 2?
Yes.
Oof.
It's because like when I play MGS4, like, for me, it's more of like a gameplay thing, because I don't really know a lot about the Metal Gear Solid lore and like the story, because I haven't played them all. And the first one I played was 4, so it was really just about, like, I guess the story in that game, like the plot point of 4 alone, and just the gameplay.
Yeah.
I'll
say that, like,
overall, you know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a lot of callbacks in 4 that they do the older games.
Like, I mean, Meryl. Her like being in MGS4. We haven't seen her since the first Metal Gear Solid.
Press X, the tap, and it shows like flashbacks. You know what I'm talking about? We spam X.
Oh my god.
So I never really understood all that stuff, just because like I never played that stuff. But
Yeah. I mean, I understand it, and it is fucking awesome, dude. Like, it is so cool how they flash back to those like old character models from PS1, or you know, this scene from MGS3 or whatever. It's great. It's great, and I'm with you on the gameplay, because like this is the first shift, at least we've had in Metal Gear Solid so far that I've played, of the gameplay. Like,
it's like a third-person action shooter. Like, it's lit, bro.
Just straight up,
Like,
straight up. Yeah, straight up. It's great. It's great. I really love it. I think I'm loving it a lot more because like I didn't love the old Metal Gear Solid gameplay, right? Like, I talked a lot about how like I hated MGS1 gameplay for the most part. I like the strategy that's involved in the gameplay, but the actual gameplay mechanics themselves, not a huge fan of. MGS4 is right up my alley. It's right in the era that I grew up playing, PS3. You know what I'm saying? So, it definitely is working for me for sure. So, and it's super, dude. I love where they put the characters in this game. Like, it's wild as fuck. I cannot wait to continue that. You know, but so you said nothing here, but you've been thinking about starting Goat of Tsushima. You know what I'm saying? A little Ghost.
Because like when I bought Ghost when it first came out and played like 3 hours of it, and I never went back ever. I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to go back and try to, you know, finally play Ghost. Might stream it or whatnot, just chill and play it. So I think I'm gonna play Ghost.
I think you should. I really think you should. That game is great, at least from my personal standpoint. A lot of people would put it above Tilu 2 last year. I do not agree.
After Ghost, I also want to go back and I bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla like a long time ago and never played it, but like an hour. So I gotta go through and play that too. So I'm gonna play Ghost and then Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
I would say play Ghost first, honestly, and then probably Valhalla secondary. You know,
but even then, I might have to delay Valhalla because like I think I can finish Ghost before Returnal comes out. Get the platinum.
Yes.
And then boom, jump into Returnal. Then I jump into Valhalla after. So.
Yeah, I did my plat run for Ghost. I think it took me like 55 hours. It wasn't too bad.
Oh god.
And the plat is easy plat, I would say. It's a fun plat. Like, it's not super challenging or whatever. But I think like the core story took me probably like 35 hours, I think. Something like that. And like,
you think the gameplay is nice?
Yeah. I think you would like it. I'm not too familiar in your gaming taste, like generally speaking, besides like Tilu and Ratchet, but
I like a lot of things, bro. I play a lot of stuff.
I feel like you would like.
I like hack and slash games better than shooters, like God of War. Like I prefer God of War gameplay over Tilu gameplay.
Right. Yeah. I think you would like Ghost, honestly. I really do. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Hopefully you stream it, you know, youtube.com/Tajay. Definitely check that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
For sure. What have I been playing? Outriders. Wait, did I beat Outriders last week and then talk about it? I forgot if I did. I don't know if I did. Well, yeah, not a ton to report. Outriders gameplay is cool. The story's fucking trash. It's because then it's like, do I recommend it? And it's like, ultimately, like, I'm not upset at my experience with the game. You know, paid $70 for it on PS5. I enjoyed my time. Nowhere near a GOTY contender for me. You know, I'll say, like, if you got nothing to play, I'll say just check it out. Check out the demo first. If you like the demo, buy the full game. But
probably not gonna play it.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. Like, it was alright. Of course, a little bit of Rogue Company here and there, as well.
Oh yeah, I got Rogue Company Platinum. I got 2 platinums for it.
Let's go.
Yes, I got the platinum on the PS5, then logged up PS4 and gave me the platinum again. So 2 for 1.
Good shit. I hear you. The last thing I've been playing is Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII. Now, I know I'm talking to someone that has no idea about the lore and story of Final Fantasy VII, so I'll be very brief with this. None too crazy. It's a PS2 game that tells a story that happens after the events of Final Fantasy VII that center around Vince Valentine, one of the playable characters in Final Fantasy VII. At least the OG game. We haven't reached him yet in the remake, but he will be in the remake, obviously. So far, I'm liking it. It is very... It's a very PS2 game. Very, like... How do I put it? So, it's a shooter, Tajay, but if you have to manually aim to shoot in that game and you choose that in the settings, it feels horrible. But the game has like a very forgiving auto aim in the options, and solely because, number one, this game just aiming wise is not at all clean, not at all good. I am using the auto aim, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, hey, and that's kind of a new mentality. I get it, but you know, I'm not really going for this game for skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here for the plot. I'm just here for the story. So other than that, it's been really good. I won't say really good. It's just been good. It's just been good. It's been definitely itching. It definitely feels like Final Fantasy VII, but it just has a different twist because Vince Valentine is such a different, you know, unique person in the world and lore that it has his own twist to the vibe of FF7. But it's cool. I'm enjoying it, and there's a lot of Dirge stuff. There's a lot of this game in Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade coming out, you know, on PS5 here in the summer. So there's a lot of that. So yeah. So that's been cool. But other than that, pretty much all I've been playing. You know, pretty much all that I've been playing. And also, Tajay, to get into the news section, not a lot of news, except there is this really cool tweet that Insomniac put out that I sense like this is the start.
Screenshots of ripped apart with that you read the. Is it that?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I knew it.
Hell yeah!
I found the most interesting thing out that entire thing is how like the Omni Wrench, when they said feel it all with the DualSense wireless controller haptic feedbacks. I thought that would be pretty cool, like. You know what I mean? Because there's a few attack like the jump up, like we jump up and press square attack where he slams down, or like let's say like they have the upgrade where you can break the boxes around you when you do it, or like we hit different things if it like feel different depending on what you hit, or like I don't know. I just think there's a lot they could actually you could do with that. Or we throw it if you feel like a boomerang like effect like come out of your hands and back in. You know, I don't know. I think they could do a lot with that. And then also of course the goons for less, like the thugs for less, pretty much. You know, we'll call back to that. And
oh snap! I thought that the Goons for Less were the same guys as Thugs for Less. I didn't realize that it's a different name. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it was always Thugs for Less, but I guess like Goons for Less is like a callback to it, unless it's the same exact thing. They just changed the name. I'm not sure. And then yeah, I also have to say that Ratchet's fur, like, there's one thing I do see very different about his character model, and it's you can see each individual piece or fur prick on his face and ears, like each individual like actual strand. I think that's pretty cool. Which
it is kind of weird because like in the OG games he looks almost like, I mean obviously it's because the detail, they just couldn't make it that detailed, but like if you told me that hey in the OG games he's like meant to have like fur but not as individualized as it actually is, you know, I would have probably believed you. Like I'm trying to, how would I phrase this? Like I'm trying to think of a dog that has the fur that I'm talking about. The like it feels almost like a soft leather. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of
soft leather. I can't agree with. I don't know.
I'm trying to think about a dog that like
also
it's
it says
fur.
future goal reunite with Clank. So like, is he separated from Clank for a lot of the game again? You know what I mean? Like
motherfuck, dude. That's
Clank
something that
will be with the other linebackers. Ratchet will be by himself again. Like
that's what. I mean, obviously they did it in Kraken Time, and like that was one of the things that like I didn't love about that game. Like,
but at least
I want
to be able to work with another linebackers. Like we'll still get that OG gameplay where it's like, well, I guess this new character play different, but you'll get like the dynamic of Clank being the the helipack, or like you know, the jetpack or anything like that.
Yeah. I just hope they reunite in the middle of the game. You know, make that like the middle thing.
Yeah, nothing.
And then
I feel like this game is gonna be the longest Ratchet Clank game we've ever gotten. Because
I fucking hope it's like 15 hours.
I'm not gonna lie. Like back in like PS3 era games were like 8 hours. Now they're like
hell yeah
20, 30. So like,
that's true.
The Goons for Less, it could be like Thugs for Less, different dimensions, I guess. Possibly.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. I'm gonna keep that in, guys. We are back here on the recording. What happened was we did pause to see the verdict of the Kavanaugh trial, of course, for George Floyd. It ended up very well, very good verdict. At least I'll obviously say so. And clearly, if you were watching content here on the channel last summer, you are very aware about my stance. If you see me on Twitter, you are very aware of my stance. So this was obviously a very positive verdict. Guilty on all 3 counts. So yeah, that happened. And I guess I'll toss it to you, Taj, if you have any last comments before we move on to the main topic of the show. The main meat of Road to Rift Apart. But if you got any statements you want to say, feel free.
I'm just happy he was found guilty. That's all I can really say. I'm just happy he was found guilty.
Yeah, and I'm in a I feel like
family can finally start healing, because let's be honest, if he wasn't found guilty, one, there'd be a big uproar. A lot of violence would have started, and then it would have been even harder for the family to hit. Like, I'm just glad it's over. You can't take back what happened, but we can start moving forward away from this problem. And I don't think this solves the problem between what's going on with the police as a whole, but it's a closure to this chapter for this specific family and what they got going on. But I still feel as a whole the problem still persists.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this at least for me internally did mark a substantial break in the pattern, if you will, of always hearing not guilty in these cases, like this. And it's nice to see a guilty plea, and not plea, but see guilty or hear the word guilty in cases like this. Thank you. Guilty verdict. Yes, thank you. And yep, I echo what you're saying. This doesn't fix the problem, but I do feel that, specifically in the case of the family of George Floyd, obviously I'm not in that family. I can't speak for them. I've never been involved in something like this. I've never had anything that, they had to go through happen in my family. But I would like to believe that there is absolutely nothing that you can do to bring back a life of a loved one. But the best thing that you could give someone is justice in cases like this. True, 100% unadulterated, sweeping justice. And I think that's exactly what we got here. So, yep, that's pretty much all I gotta say. And it was nice to see that homie in cuffs. And by homie, I mean asshole. It was very nice to see him in cuffs. But well, I'm gonna do a horrible segue onto the main. God damn, this is the main topic of the show.
My mindset's not even the same before.
I know. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. After that just happened, to just hop back in. I could do it though. We could do this easily. But.
Yeah, I mean, talking behind the curtain. Do we want to take 30 minutes?
I mean, in my head, I still have that on my head, but trust, we could finish for sure.
I mean, I'm leaving it up to you. I'm gonna let the viewers just hear behind the veil as we talk. Do you want to take 30 minutes?
No, we'll keep going.
Okay. If you're sure, I'm sure. I'm all good either way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's go. I'll just put my phone down. I could suck up all the information later.
And at least this is a much lighter topic. Something that at least we'll you know, and I mean, you know, we did get a happy verdict for sure. It's just obviously the weight of everything. You know, it's a lot, but we could talk about something a little lighthearted, of course. Our boy Clank. You know, last week we talked about Ratchet and the history behind Ratchet, as well as the history behind the Lombax race, as Ratchet is a Lombax. So I figured we do this week, episode 3, we go over a bit about Clank and the history of the Zoni, which you know, them two definitely very much go in tandem. Yeah, I just got a quick little bio here, got some general facts, you know, got some, I assume we'll talk a lot about instances where we play as Clank in the game series, how people thought about Clank back when the original game came out in 2002, and just some fun facts as well to end off. But if you'd like, I can quickly read, you know, the bio if you want, Taj, or if you want to take a crack at it, by all means, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be just kind of like a free-flowing conversation, but you know what? Here's how I'll start out.
All right, bet.
Taj, how you feel about Clank?
Clank,
you like him? Do you hate him?
Just as a character?
Yeah.
Right,
Just
him.
have
I feel
you?
like he's just as important as Ratchet.
I agree. It's funny that you say that because, like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump all the way to the bottom and just read one of the fun facts because that ties to what you just said. Initially, they wanted to make Clank like this more kid-like robot, where he, you know, was kind of like clumsy or whatever, and all that dynamic, kind of like a kid, like younger C-3PO from Star Wars.
Yeah.
But they instead opted to make him act generally older, so that he would be an equal to Ratchet, and not like Ratchet like having a kid. You know, like more of like a brother buddy type dynamic. Like, you know, so we
Otherwise,
almost didn't
I
get
feel
that.
like
Yeah.
the game's an escort mission, and like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And like I feel like, I don't know, like if you're gonna call the game series Ratchet and Clank, I feel like you gotta make them equal. You know what I'm saying?
1000%.
Like, I think it would be weird to have Clank be like just this almost like side character for sure. I think that would have been a weird vibe, but I'm glad that they went with that. But of course, our boy Clank, homeworld. Technically, he was created, I guess, at the Great Clock. They say, I guess, but he was built on Core 2, where we see him in the first Ratchet and Clank game. But yeah, like it's a weird thing where like his soul is, I guess, derived from the Great Clock, which is cool as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he's like manufactured on that other planet.
Yeah. Like, yeah, right. Like his physical body is from Core 2.
Yeah.
Right. But of course he's half Zoni, half robot, I guess, or one in the same, you could say. Or he's a defective sentry bot as well, technically. Along the same lines as well.
Defective because, I mean, his programming's different.
It's true.
Yeah,
hey,
crazy.
I say better programming.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
a great way for them to like write that in last minute, like for them to find a way for it to make sense. Like, why was he defective?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got this going on. This will explain why. Like, it's crazy how they can link it together, like their new ideas with the old ideas.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I agree. He is portrayed by David Kay, which he's done a few things like with Marvel games here and there, and just some other games, like nothing too crazy. This is probably like his most notable voice acting gig, I'd say, overall. But he also voiced Nathan Hale in Resistance, so another in like another, you know, game in Insomniac Studios. There we go. I was like, wait, I was a train of thought. Which this reminds me too. Yuri Lowenthal played the main actor in Sunset Overdrive, you know, and then they had him back again for Peter Parker. So it's cool that they let, you know, their voice actors do multiple parts in multiple games, you know, under that studio for sure. But if you want to read the bio, Taj, by all means, or I can always take the wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Take the wheel on that.
Bet. Clank, his real designation. I'ma fucking read this shit. I am. XJ0461, His serial number is B5429671 as well. Is the titular, what the fuck? Oh god, deuterogenist? Titular deuterogenist. What the fuck is that word? And playable character, there we go, of the Ratchet and Clank series. He's a robot created by the Zoni, who possesses a Zoni soul and is Ratchet's best friend. Clank was created by Orvis, the leader of the Zoni in the Great Clock. He was produced in a Blarg robot factory on Core 2, like we said before, which produced sentry bots, and upon acquiring an infobot and learning about Chairman Drek's plans, he fled the planet in a stolen starship, but was shot down and crash landed on Belden. There he met Ratchet, who then they became his lifelong friend afterward, as they would partake on many adventures. However, when the two visited the Polaris Galaxy in their mission to defeat Emperor Tachyon, Clank was met by a race. I think there was a missing of, but a race invisible to others known as the Zoni, who referred to him as the Chosen One. The Zoni helped Clank defeat Tachyon and then afterwards abducted him from Ratchet to take him back to the Great Clock, where he was supposed to take up his true destiny as the senior caretaker of the clock with Sigmund. However, after stopping Dr. Nefarious from trying to use the clock to take his advantage, Clank made Sigmund its caretaker and returned to his place at Ratchet's side. So that's of course a little quick synopsis of like his main line in A Crack in Time for the most part, and like a little bit of Ratchet 1 as well. But I just think like they could have easily just kept Clank as like Ratchet's quote-unquote sidekick, you know?
Yeah. And
just left it at that. But I love that in the newer era of Ratchet and Clank during the PS3 that they gave him a lot more story and like a lot more back, just a backstory to fill out his character. Like I think it's a really, really cool thing. It's fucking lit that like,
to flesh him out more.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
If they're gonna do something with Ratchet to flesh him out more, they bring up his past and everything. It's like it's only right to also incorporate Clank's past as like a twist. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, and like honestly, like Clank's past is like almost more integral to like the universe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's way more important than Ratchet's. Because like you think like Ratchet's front row center, like his problems are like the priority, but in reality, it's like even though that was a priority, it's like Clank has so much more for himself he has to worry about that he also ends up giving up though.
Yeah, like I just loved when like like Clank is coming to terms with like him being the like he has to keep the universe's time, and like he has to make sure time flows, and like he's meddling with just time itself on different regions of the galaxy. Like I just think it's really fucking cool. So cool. So cool. Also, I love Orvis as well. I think Orvis is really interesting. How like they like how was it phrased? Because like it's like phrased that like Orvis is like Clank's father, right?
Yeah.
And like what's like a dead giveaway low key is the way they both laugh is very similar. They're like that shit. I don't know. Oh man, sure. I can't even do that fucking laugh. But yeah, like it's I just have always found Clank like really interesting, kind of like the straight man out of the two. Oh man, fucking Clank. Also, yo, I didn't put this in here, but my man Clank low-key be scooping up these honeys,
bro.
Like
oh my god, oh my god,
yo,
bro.
My man really out here slaying the game, bro.
Bro, Clank
Facts.
gets the chicks for sure, 1000%. He got all the hoes.
Like dead ass more than Ratchet. Facts. Kind of crazy.
It's super apparent in Up Your Arsenal as well. That's where he really got all the honeys for sure.
Yeah, bro. And it's like not even once. Like it's multiple. Like it's like I bet every game Clank be, kind of, hey, yeah, like we're gonna save the galaxy, but I gotta,
I gotta get some honeys.
I know it's not an open world game, but I'm trying to do some side missions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Oh man.
was hilarious.
I mean, also he got his own game, Secret Agent Clank. You know, that's always great to see. I played the demo of it on PSP. Did you ever play that game? I don't think you said you did. No. I figured. But yeah, I fucking love. I think a lot of Clank's lines are really funny too. I think in a lot of cases, like, he's funnier than Ratchet sometimes, for sure. You know.
I feel that.
Shout out to Clank. Big fan. But some little bit more general facts. Obviously, he's extremely knowledgeable. He's meant to be like the, you know, similar to 3PO, but not exactly like 3PO. I'd say, like, I feel like he's more human-like than 3PO in ways, but in like a lot of ways they're very similar for sure. Of course, Axe has like the voice of reason in contrast to Ratchet, and helps Ratchet, you know, physically as well, in forms of like him being able to be like a helipack, like what you said, or the rocket version of it as well. Yeah. Are there other ways that he has like those back attachments? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I just remember the helipack, but like, is there others that you can remember off the top of your head? Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know he uses like the helipack when he's alone, like the one little rotor on his head, but like,
right.
That's all I really know him to use when he's by himself.
But then, of course, you know, I gotta jump into probably the next obvious one, which is like the playable sections, you know, of Clank, which I found some of them to be good, some of them to be bad, but one to be like the absolute best, you know. And I really want to hear your input on that. But overall, just start off, Taj, did you like playing with Clank in Ratchet and Clank, or like were those sections where you just wanted to get past it and just?
No, I enjoyed those parts. I think they're cool. It's like a nice breather and switch up, and I actually like playing as Clank. I don't know. And when it comes to video games, I enjoy playing as different characters from the main playable character. I think it's cool when games do that. So I personally really enjoy those parts.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite Clank gameplay section?
Yeah.
Bro, probably if you go to Up Your Arsenal, whenever you try to do that one mission where he's like sneaking through with the monkey, I really like that one. Very cool system.
I forgot about that.
That's a really good
Yeah. And they kind of use a similar
backwards
thing.
Backwards and forth between you and Ratchet. Like he's like, they're like working together. It's like backwards and forth. Where you're playing.
Yeah.
Like that,
I had forgotten about the monkey thing, but yeah, like, and it's very, you know, similar, I guess, to is it Clank you're playing as with the pirates? And you have to, oh wait, no, or that's Ratchet, huh? Wait, fuck, I forgot. You know, in one of the Ratchet and Clank games where you have to like dance like a pirate or whatever. I think it's Tools of Destruction. Yeah, do you remember?
They've done stuff like that in the past, though, also, like where you like have on a disguise and it makes you look like those people and you can communicate with them. You got to press like the quick time events, some stuff like that.
I think that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Okay.
They do that in multiple different games.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Gotcha. Of course, there's like Giant Clank, Big Chungus Clank, people call him.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That one's lit.
I like those. There was one that I
and
just
then
found
Ratchet's
really
on
annoying.
his back in reverse.
Yeah. There was a few that I didn't like that much in the games, but like I think generally speaking, like it is a cool concept to like just make them big as fuck. Do you think we'll see it in Rift Apart? Do you think they do it?
The big one?
Hell yeah.
Bro, I think it'd be lit if we saw that, because I don't think we got Big Clank at all in the future series.
No. Wait. Oh shit, did we?
At all.
That's crazy. Oh man, I don't think we did, huh?
We didn't.
Wow.
I think it'd be cool if we did though. Like, but it'll be cool now if we did, because just imagine like the graphics for that, like
all that fucking ray tracing on Clank. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Big motherfucker for sure. While you know, Chungus Clank, whatever you want to call it, Big Chungus, Giant Clank, whatever, that's cool and all. I liked the kind of like puzzle sections of Clank where you had to control the different bots and stuff like that. I really like those a lot. Like I think those added like a bit of strategy, and like you have to like really like think about what you're about to do,
right.
Especially in the reboot as well.
I like him in the first game. The first game, there's like a lot of different puzzles with them. I mean, even the second game expanded them more, where they're like built bridges and everything. Really, I think every game utilizes them very well.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, yeah. That's a like. I feel like there's more consistency in that than like some of the gameplay things that they had you do as like Giant Clank. You know, I think the bots were definitely more consistent overall. I even like the platformer in Into the Nexus that you do, and you have to like control like essentially like gravity, I guess. You know, whether he sticks to the ceiling or the floor or whatever.
Yeah.
And even left and right as well. Like I think that was a really cool bit that I think they did a really good job at that for sure. I really like that. Yeah. But to me, Taj, the best playable Clank section for sure. A Crack in Time, the temporal recording puzzles, bro.
Those were definitely fun to try to figure out.
I had so much fun on stream figuring those out, bro. God damn.
Those are definitely really good. I agree.
Some of them were fucking tough too. I really appreciate it.
They definitely made you think, and then like the different like how you throw different time bombs, or like you set different recordings to do certain things at certain times. Like I just think it was definitely really cool. Definitely.
I just love like, okay, I'm gonna make this version of the Clank do this. I'm gonna wait here because I know that I'm gonna have to record this guy to get on top of this, and like just thinking about that, I think was so fucking fun, man. Like
thinking like, okay, I gotta set this version of the recording to do this, but I gotta do something so that recording could go where I need to.
Exactly.
Like, stuff like that.
Dude, it's cool. I fucking hope that they have that in Ripped Apart.
I hope they bring back the time stuff. That would definitely be dope. They bring back the time.
I think they have to, right? Because like, I mean, we got the rifts, we got different dimensions going on. Like I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
I would really like to see that one come back for sure. Even if it's just like one like really hard puzzle, you know. I'd be down for that for sure. I thought that was a really great way to use Clank, and that was definitely my favorite gameplay as Clank for sure. Definitely was those puzzles. Absolutely. Big fan. But I'll pitch it to you one more time, Taj. You know what I'm saying? If you want to read the reception, you can do that. Okay. Yeah, because they were. I mean, spoiler alert. They were a lot more positive about the homie Clank than Ratchet. I know.
Compared to Ratchet.
Yeah. Like I know last week, you know, you had some comments about how they viewed Ratchet back in the day. You know.
For sure. All right, so I'll go ahead and read this. Reception to Clank. Okay, Clank was generally better received. IGN praised Clank's voice acting in the first game as quite engaging and in some cases charming. GameSpot, who criticized Ratchet in original Ratchet Clank, praised Clank as the complete opposite of Ratchet and wished the game was named after him instead. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Clank.
Wait a minute. What did they say?
They wish the game was named after Clank instead. That's crazy.
Like Clank and Ratchet? Is that what they wanted?
Unless they just wanted something around Clank instead. I mean, regardless, still pretty disrespectful.
Definitely.
Clank continued to be a well-received character since GamesRadar listed Clank on their list of the 25 best new characters of the 2000s decade, claiming he was a quite collected and effortlessly charming robot with cool powers and cooler personality. IGN listed Clank as their 5th in the top 10 best sidekicks. Game Informer listed Clank as their 3rd best wingman of the decade, saying his unique personality gives players as much of a reason for players to come back as Ratchet's explosive gunplay. Not bad. I don't know why. I was so choked up trying to read that.
Nah, man. So I'm at least happy because, I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised because I feel like it's generally kind of like, who really has a problem with Clank?
Bro, nobody.
You know?
And how could you?
Yeah, I don't even know if like that opinion exists out there, like of someone that like doesn't like Clank. He's like, you know, last week. That's facts. Like last week we had Ratchet. Like I see it where they were coming from, kinda, but I thought that they were really harsh on Ratchet.
Yeah,
overall.
they were very harsh on him.
You know, Even here, like I went like I don't know. Like damn, they wish the game was named after him and after Clank instead.
Wild.
Like, hey yo, like shout out to Clank. I'm not trying to throw any smoke. Shout out to Clank. Big fan, but like I don't know about switching the name.
I just think really it doesn't make any sense because Ratchet and Clank is named after them both. Like, come on now.
Yeah, like what?
It's Ratchet and Clank.
What's the problem? Like, how big of a difference is Clank and Ratchet?
Clank and Ratchet doesn't even have the same ring to it.
It doesn't Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Clank and Ratchet. Nah.
And then I could
Ratchet
be like, I keep a Ratchet like Clank. Because, like, Clank stay with the honeys. But also, Clank stays with the dude named Ratchet. So
Facts.
it's like, Facts. If a rapper wanted to use some cool bars, if they were a fan of Ratchet Clank, they could come up with one.
Have there ever been illusion like
I don't think any rappers of what's the word of hot what's the word mainstream have ever done it?
Right. I'm doing a quick impromptu Google search because I'm very curious. Ratchet and Clank in hip hop. Has anyone ever dropped a Ratchet and Clank bar? I'm not. Oh, I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing. Damn, that's very, very, very unfortunate.
If I ever make it, I'll be the first to do it. I promise.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I got something here. A song called Ratchet and Clank by BB Mutha.
Bro, is it he?
Oh, I can't read a lot of these lyrics on the air. I'm trying to see. Is there? Let me see. Okay, yeah. Look what they did to us. Look what they stole. Out of control. Piece of my heart and piece of my soul. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Back in the dark and the cold. Bitches is tweaking. They leech. No, this has nothing to do with.
He probably has
and Clank, does it?
one bar in there about it.
I'm looking. I don't see anything. I mean, like, I'm scared as fuck. Come and save me. Okay, I guess, you know. Ooh, baby, save me. Yeah, okay. So that one wasn't really what I wanted, but oh wait, hold up. Juice WRLD and Trippie did something. Here we go. I'm a bad move, so I feel like dumping today. Yeah, I'm a bad move. I'm a dump ass face. Keep the toolie by my side. Feel like Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Let's go.
Juice said that right.
Yeah, there we go.
Stuff like that. It would make sense.
Alright then. Okay, hey, I'll fucking take that. I will take that.
Juice is the main rapper who brings up all the video games and cartoon characters and everything. It would make sense it was Juice.
Hell yeah. I like that. That was dope. Good line.
I want to have it below too, like on the beat. I want to hear it.
Shit, let me I'm gonna pull it up right now because I just exited out. Hold on, let me see. It was called Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy?
Yeah, Matt Hardy. It was I guess
they named after a wrestling player.
Oh really?
Yeah, Matt Hardy.
No, I didn't know.
Bro,
I guess it was
and Matt Hardy are what?
I really don't.
No.
I watched wrestling as a kid during like the 2006 through 2012 era. You know, where like Rey Mysterio, John Cena was still bumping there. Yo, that's a fire bar though. That's a fire bar. Yeah, it says it's from unreleased songs.
Yeah, it was
I don't know.
leak.
It seems like a SoundCloud leak or like something like that. Yeah, definitely. But I'm glad someone reps Ratchet and Clank. There we go. You know,
it would be Juice. That's funny.
Shout out to that. R.I.P. Juice. R.I.P. Hate to see it. But some quick fun facts. You know what I'm saying? I found it pretty interesting, and I definitely want to hear your take. Originally, Insomniac intended Ratchet to have 3 small robots that would detach from him and do various functions, but they thought that it was too complicated, so they just made him into one. I bet that the little robots that Clank controls are probably what those were. You know?
Say it again?
So they originally intended I put the wrong name. They originally intended for Clank to have 3 small robots that would detach from him to do various functions.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they found a way to make that work, and I think it reminds me of Going Commando when they had like the different ones that like stood up or did like a bridge, stuff like that.
Yeah. Ew, so damn, so those would have been attached to Clank and they would just like hop off his body and stuff like that. Yeah. I like how they
went about
did it. Yeah. This next one fucking crazy though, Taj. Early concept art was shown for Clank to be more like a mechanized lizard.
I've seen that stuff. I hate it.
That looks fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah, it looks gross. I can't imagine.
Yeah, hell no,
that, bro. But the one looks sick is that picture. Like, if you look at the left side in the middle, the bottom middle, that looks sick.
Oh, yeah. Where he's kind of like leaning back over to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
He looked hard right there. He looked good. But honestly, like when you look at the top 2, those look like the other little robots that he controls. You know what I'm saying? So those were definitely used to, use that just like rehash from development or whatever for sure. But I love the 2 lizards. I think the left one looks okay, but I would not have wanted that. That looks like shit. Yeah, no way. At least they kept the green eyes though. They did keep the green eyes.
The green eyes definitely are lit and they work.
I agree. But honestly, that's pretty much it about Clank. You know, I mean, it's fucking hard to hate Clank. So like, I feel like there's not a lot to talk about. I think the Zoni aspect of Clank is one of his best aspects behind him. You know, like, do you think we'll still see Zoni in Rift Apart? Like, are they gonna call upon him to like, hey, cool, you left Sigmund, you know, in a crack in time to be the caretaker or whatever, like that's great and all, but we still need you to come back. Do you think there would be that type of thing that happens throughout Rift Apart, or
bring it back to the clock?
Yeah, like what if the Zoni keep calling on Clank?
It could definitely be a cool twist. It could definitely be a cool twist that would mess with things, or like for somehow all the different like rifts opening up and stuff is going on is kind of like messing up the clock and how it holds time. That could be a thing because they're entering dimensions they never should be in to begin with.
Yeah,
which means time could be lost somewhere. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out what they could do.
I think it's gonna be hard to not include the Zoni in.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate making predictions on games because I feel like my theories be like such fire like story theories, and then the game doesn't even do it. Like I remember a lot of my theories for part 2 did happen, but like some of the best ones that even capitalized on. Like I feel like if part 2 story was the story that I was having in my head, bro, that shit would have been even better than what it was. Like I feel like not to bring up part 2, but I feel like part 2, man, if they would have like talked about the infection and just some lore, like I like lore and stuff, like we didn't get any lore with part 2, I feel like. Right.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
But I feel like this game has a lot of this Ratchet Clank game, with how long the series is. There's a lot of chances for lore situations and, you know, story development between different things from the main plot of what's going on, and how they could bring in older things that affect whatever's going on. Yeah, I think they could do it.
Yeah, I really hope so. I'm just afraid that like, hey guys, all right, look, brand new console, brand new Ratchet and Clank game,
brand new people trying to buy it. Let's make it to where like, you know, everybody can play it, which they did do.
Exactly.
That, don't do it too much to where like old fan. Like they said it would be great. See, this is the thing. They did say it's a great starting place for new fans, but even like it'll be an even sweeter treat for like old fans, which is cool. But I hope it's like truly
sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, like I need that thing to like make my, give me a nice satisfying feel. Like if you're gonna say, hey, this is a sequel to Into the Nexus, that has to mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want them to like really make sure that the hardcore fans like get that lore, you know, and the new fans, you know, hey, they can have fun with this, you know, insulated story, you know. I'm just afraid that like, okay, like if it's also being geared towards newcomers to the franchise, which is not bad, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing, but are you going to be able to, you know, reference a crack in time, you know, in like a meaningful way into the story. Hope so. I hope so.
Say this again.
You know what I'm saying? Like are there elements of the main plot that like can they even be really, you know, leaned on off the back of like a crack in time? Like, are they going to be able to reference like, hey, like this thing is happening in the main story because of something that happened in a crack in time? Like,
I mean, it had to be again with the clock, I think, or like,
yeah,
or back to again Ratchet trying to end up finding Lombaxes. Like, for instance, the new Lombax that could be like back into crack in time possibly, because I mean, it's a new Lombax, and Lombaxes were like one of the main plots behind crack in time. So
what if the dimension that Clank landed in was the dimension of the Lombaxes, like where they were sent to?
Bro.
And all these Lombaxes just like they couldn't defeat Nefarious in their fucking dimension. Like they just couldn't do it.
Bro.
Huh.
You're on to something.
Yo.
Bro,
dude,
this game's coming out very soon too.
Oh, we have,
it's coming
bro,
out June, right?
Literally,
bro,
June,
we're about
dog.
to be a month away.
We're on May's doorstep. We gotta get through May, and then we're there, boy.
I know, that's crazy. Wait, are you playing
I
Returnal?
can't fucking wait. Huh?
Are you playing
Oh
Returnal?
hell yeah!
Launch?
Oh hell yeah! Absolutely.
Are you gonna download
Absolutely,
it, or are you gonna go
King.
get the disc? I want to play it. Like,
I'm gonna download it.
Do you think
I only have a.
That's the thing about
I don't.
disc. Like, I like disc better, but do they still do midnight releases for video games?
No, they don't.
Like, I can't go pick up a game at midnight, right?
Nope. I don't even have a digital. I mean, a disc console. So.
I have a disc console, but I have one disc.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's because like
Yeah,
I've gotten everything else free, but.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm getting a digital playing it. Yeah, so I mean, we have Returnal, and then you know, like a few games here and there that I'm looking out for. Biomutant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I'm probably not gonna play at launch, but I am gonna play at some point this year for sure. I'm in the middle of like MGS, you know, so like I'll have things to play in the meantime. But yeah, like Ratchet's really close, man. I can't wait. I'm very excited. But fuck, I really like that theory too. Damn.
I do. I'm honestly excited for Returnal as well. I think it's gonna be good. It looks nice.
Yeah, man. No, I'm very excited. Yeah, we're kind of doing like a mini Road 2 series in Save Slot Podcast, going over the game as we get up to release next week.
Your
so
podcast,
if
how
anyone's
often do you release episodes? It's every week, right?
Save Slots every Sunday. Road to Road to
hop on the episode for Returnal the next time.
Oh, say less.
All right, bet.
No, of course. Come on. Yeah. No, definitely for sure. Hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna be doing like I think we're covering like, hopefully if Metacritic drops this week for Returnal, we would talk about that this week. But if not, you know, we'll just cover it whenever they're out. But you know, first impressions and then a review for sure. So yeah, no, definitely open invite, bro. Open invite.
Right.
If you down, absolutely. But yeah, man. I hope that the Zoni are in here. I think I've always found them to be super fucking cool, you know. And I love that. Hey, was Ratchet ever able to see the Zoni in the games, or was he never able to? I forgot.
I know all in Tools of Destruction. He never saw them.
Yeah, Tools.
Didn't he see them in Crack in Time, or am I mistaken?
I think he did, bro. But I honestly
I haven't played Crack in Time in so long.
I think he does, because Clank is kind of like, dude, I told you so. Like, yeah, like they're I'm not just talking to myself.
Right.
Like like I've been seeing these Zoni like the whole game, last game, you know.
I haven't played Crack in Time in years, so like I don't remember. Like again, I know like everything about the game and the plot and stuff. I don't like certain little things. I can't fully remember like that, like how.
Yeah.
I think he did see them though, but I don't remember how. Bro, you should know. Bro, you just played it. Come on, man.
No, I'm remembering a section where I think it's when I think I do remember you. You know what I do? Okay. Do you remember Baby Girl in A Crack in Time Fuck. Wait, no, is it her? Okay, it may be Tools or it may be a Crack in Time, but it's the female that is now Ratchet's baby girl. You know what I'm saying? With the red bandana and shit. Yeah. It's when Ratchet first meets. Yeah, it's when Ratchet first meets her, and then like a Zoni appears, I think, and tells them like, "Hey, Clank is over here, in this coordinates or whatever the fuck." You know, I think it was something like that, and I think that was the point where Ratchet first saw a Zoni. I think. Yeah. We know because then he would have been with Alistair. Fuck, bro. I don't. Shit, bro. I don't remember, dog. Say less, bro. I'm about to do that too. Shit. God damn.
That's like the main game of the series, honestly. That's like the one. That's the best one, really.
Facts. Yeah, definitely. But, I guess on that note, you got any, oh shit. Do you think he, oh wait, no, the staff for the Great Clock is with Sigmund. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I wish he would still have that staff in
Unless he went back to get it, but then that leave, like, him vulnerable.
I would love to go back to the Great Clock in Rift Apart. I really hope they do it. I really do.
Great Clock area? No, I'm kidding.
Oh shit. Okay, hey man, I'll take it. But I guess you got any last closing thoughts on Clank? You know, I know this again. I feel like very hard to hate Clank. Yeah. Further. Wait, what?
I think this game is gonna flesh him out even further because they got to sell these two characters to newcomers. So
that's true. Shout out to Clank. Big fan of Clank. Always gets the honeys. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Cold ass dude. Big fan. Shout out to Clank.
Or did control time.
Yeah. I think the last thing I'll hope for is for some more temporal what's it called? The time shits in Crack in Time. I really hope we get those in Rift Apart, bro. Or at least like something like it. I thought those were so fucking fun. Straight up. I need that. But other than that, yep, that's been Clank. You know what I'm saying? History of the Zoni. Tajay, the Zoni.
No, we should. Where can it? Since I never played All for One, and you never played All for One, we should co-op play All for One.
Is that on PS now?
I think it is.
Let me see. All for One PS now. I bet it is. I feel like I've seen it. It is. Okay. I'm down. Hell yeah, I'm down. Yeah. For for PS, wait, where is it? Let me see. Elemental P QR. Okay, right here. So for PS now, there's a Crack in Time, All for One, Into the Nexus, Q Force, and Quest for Booty. What the fuck is Q Force?
Full Frontal Assault, maybe.
Really?
Q Force sounds like Full Frontal Assault in a different region.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, Push Square is a British website, so
yeah,
that would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Tajay, where can people find you?
You can find me over on Twitter at Tajay Moment. Over on YouTube, YouTube.com/Tajay. Instagram, Tajay Moment. And yeah, that's it. I'm sorry that I feel like I just want to wait before you end this. I just want to give a quick apology. If you guys feel like I have not contributed a lot to this episode, is because I'm not gonna lie, like my brain is just in so many different places right now that I feel like I didn't talk very much. But I promise, if you didn't get much energy out of me this episode, next episode I'm coming with the flames and the heat. I promise.
You definitely don't gotta apologize, Taj. Like
I don't feel like I've been slacking, but I feel like I've been slacking this episode. So.
Nah, man. You're here. You fucking killed that shit. That's stop bien. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. But no, obviously, given the circumstances today, you know, I feel you, bro. I totally, totally feel you. But it's all good, dog. It's all good, you know. And of course, those listening here, this has been Road to Rift Apart, Episode 3, the weekly podcast dedicated to any and all things Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, from news, lore, reactions, and upon release, a review along with the spoiler cast shortly after to end the Road 2 series, of course, centered around Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. You can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStationSource, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via our anchor link in the description. Like the video and or rate the podcast to help us get seen by more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. And down below, you can let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. Once again, you feeling generous? I got you with that $1 Prince tier like Tapiwa Musa and Arachnite, and our $5 King tier with members such as Caleb Kaiser, SideQuest Sean, Stadia Vet Gaming, and the homie Owen. Much love to all the homies over there in those memberships. And of course, don't miss out on the stream series. We got Metal Gear Solid right now going with MGS4. We got Resistance, and of course, you can expect a Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart stream series as well once the game is out. I will be streaming my full entire playthrough up on the channel. And yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.